Time to harvest ideas. Please welcome your host.
Well, good evening. I'm Kevin Ochsner, agribusiness consultant with Adiana, host of NCBA's Cattleman to Cattleman TV show, and your MC for this evening. I'm certainly glad to be here, and most importantly, I want to, on behalf of NAMA, welcome you to Kansas City and to the 2011 Best of NAMA Awards evening. You know, I am pleased to be with you this evening, and I know everybody begins presentations like that, but I'm sincere in saying that, not just because I'm in Kansas City and have an opportunity to meet some old friends of mine and so forth, but frankly, if you know just a little bit about my travel experiences, I had one of those days that many of you have had from time to time that makes you pause and think just a moment. And to fully understand and appreciate my experience, you have to go back to last week, when my wife and I were visited by our friendly Northwest Mutual life insurance agent. And he did his analysis, he looked at our portfolio value and took a look at the age of our children, and he told me that, in fact, he thought I was about $100,000 short in terms of my life insurance. So I went ahead and we purchased another $100,000 of life insurance, and I thought I was being a responsible husband and father and so forth. And all that was fine and good until I got to the Denver airport today. And before I jumped on my airplane, I decided to do the typical run into Panda Express and get my combination 2 meal. And so I went, got my combo 2 meal, ate it, ran off to my plane. I was stowing my blazer in the overhead bin when my fortune cookie fell out. And so I sat down, buckled myself up, and opened my fortune cookie. And it simply said, an investment you've recently made is about to pay off. I told Jenny, it's just lucky that I decided to stay on that airplane. Well, tonight, an investment that many of you made is going to pay off. We have people who invested their time, their creative talents, their energies in creating some of the most magnificent communication and marketing pieces that we've ever seen in agribusiness. And tonight, this is our opportunity to recognize those people and to recognize those talents who spend all day, every day, positioning agricultural products, telling our industry's story, and perhaps more importantly, effectively communicating the information and knowledge farmers and ranchers need to maintain our position in the global agribusiness marketplace. But before we begin tonight with those awards, we want to start with the honoring some of NAMA's best leaders. Recipients, as I call your name, I'd like you to move to the presentation stage right in front of me here, where you will receive your award from NAMA President Vicki Hendrickson. NAMA recognizes contributors to the organization at the local, regional, and national level with the Horizon Awards. These awards are specifically given to up-and-coming members of the organization. Our first honoree, Kim Maloney with Free Barn and Company. She's the president of the Southern chapter. She's been responsible for trying to resurrect the chapter, and she's also spearheaded the Southeastern chapter's Best of NAMA ceremony. Very good. Our second honoree is Luann Pisaric with JL Pharmacus. Luann has been an institution in the Corn Belt chapter, having served as the secretary-treasurer for several years. She's also the vice chair of the chapter services committee, which is charged with planning the leadership workshop. Our next Horizon honoree is Josh Krenz with Land O'Lakes. Josh is a past president of the North Central chapter and has been instrumental in planning programs and events in that area. And our final Horizon Award honoree is Mindy Hempler with Syngenta. Mindy has served on the boot camp committee for 2 years and has been responsible for planning the ag tour that is held in conjunction with that meeting. Now, we will be forwarding that award to Mindy as she was not able to be with us this evening. Winston Churchill once said, "The price of greatness is responsibility." Our next award is meant to honor the acceptance of responsibility and the effective management of programs. It's the Outstanding Chair Award, and our 2011 recipient is Lacey Carroll of Cole McVoy. Lacey served as the 2010 Trends in Ag Chair and provided her leadership as the program moved from Kansas City and into Minneapolis. Now, the Workhorse of the Year award is designed to recognize individuals who fulfill a major assignment and inspire others to work harder, better, and smarter. This year's Workhorse of the Year is Lori Wolitz with Cole McVoy. Lori was chair of the 2011 Agri-Marketing Conference Committee and led a team that accomplished high sponsorship participation and increased attendance. And again, we will be forwarding this award to Lori. The Dilworth Award for Innovation honors true originality and volunteer efforts by an individual or a chapter. Gary Cooper with Southeast AgNet Radio Network and Citrus Industry Magazine is the recipient of this year's Dilworth Award. Gary has led a resurgence in the Florida chapter and organized an ag tour in conjunction with the ARC meeting last February. We now move to the R.C. Ferguson Award, a name that many of us know and remember that have been to these NAMA conventions for a number of years. This award is given to honor a long tenure of service and diligent and dependable performance. This year's recipient is Kyle Bauer with KFRM. Now, Kyle has become the backbone of NAMA. His dedication over the years has never waned. As a matter of fact, even after serving a full term on the executive committee, Kyle stepped up to be the chair of the membership committee. And I might add, and this is worth some celebration, membership numbers are at the highest level they've been since 2003. Thank you, Kyle, and congratulations, NAMA. And now we move to the announcement of the prestigious President's Award. Here to announce that is our national president, Vicki Hendrickson. Go ahead, Vicki. I'm sorry, Vicki Hendrickson with Blaisdell, Cleaver, and Schwalbe.
I didn't mean to preempt you.
No problem.
The President's Award is given to an individual or group who has played a significant role in helping the President accomplish established goals. Although I'm still fairly new in my term here, there have been some things that I have wanted to try and accomplish since I started on the exec committee many, many years ago, almost 7 now. The recipient of this award has served as a sounding board, a devil's advocate, a cheerleader, and a one-man focus group far more times than I can even count, as these thoughts gelled into goals over these last several years. He is a business associate, a friend, a former NAMA student member, and one of the young professionals I am absolutely delighted will be here to carry the NAMA torch on into the future. With my thanks, the President's Award goes to Kurt Blades.
Vicki, I was a NAMA student member too, but I have to admit I was on one of the teams that made the upper half possible, if you know what I'm talking about. What a great program. And now on with the show. Tonight we're here to honor the best of creative agricultural communications. Now this year, 1,156 entries were judged in Kansas City last November. Regional first and merit winners were awarded in each category from 6 different regions. Those individual winners were then able to advance into national competition. 460 of those entries advanced, and those entries were judged right here in Kansas City in February. That's the work that we're honoring here this evening. the very best of the best from all across the United States of America. Now, I'd like to thank all the judges who took time out of their busy schedules over the past several months to judge in either the regional or the national competition. A listing of those national judges can be found in your program, and we certainly hope that you'd thank them throughout the week, especially those that are here this week. We'll be awarding 2 Best of Show awards, one in advertising and one in public relations. We have 3 finalists for each one of those 2 categories. Now, while we don't allow you to text in your votes like American Idol, we do want you to spend some time looking at the nominees and trying to make your guess before we get to the end of the evening and tell you what our judges thought. This year, we're going to begin our awards program with our specialty categories, but before we begin, I want to introduce you to our award presenters. First, we have Greg Guzzi with Paulson Marketing, chair of this year's committee, and John January with Sullivan, Higdon, and Sink, vice chair of this year's committee. I had a tongue transplant. My body's rejecting it a bit. If your name's called as a first place winner, please just proceed to the stage and receive your award from Greg and John. If your name is called as one of our merit winners, we simply ask that you pick up your plaque on the tables outside the ballroom after this evening's presentation. On another note, we're not going to be taking pictures during this ceremony. However, our photographer, Denny Eilers, will be up here at the stage following the ceremony, and for any of you who would like to have pictures with you and your clients and or team, feel free to come join us right after the ceremony. Our first category is Specialty Advertising Campaign, and the merit winner is Central Garden and Pet and Ray and Kaiser for the Amdro Payback Campaign. First place in this category goes to Pfizer Animal Health and Martin Williams for the campaign entitled, What's Your Horse's ID? Please welcome Lee Thiel with Martin Williams to accept this award. Our next category is Specialty PR Campaigns, and the merit honors go to Sargent's Pet Care Products for the Petrodex Pet Dental Campaign PR campaign. First place honors go to Valent Professional Products and Archer Malmo for the Legacy Tree Project campaign. Please welcome Mike Butler with Archer Malmo to accept this award. Next in the specialty area is campaign elements, and the merit honors go to Valent Professional Products and Archer Malmo for the Tourney Fungicide New York registration online banner advertising. The Responsible Industry for a Sound Environment and Fleshman Hillard take the first place award for the Debug the Myths campaign. Please welcome Karen Reardon with Rise and Becky Johnson with Fleshman Hillard to accept this award. We'll now move into the public relations area. The first campaign in this area is overall PR campaigns. And the merit winner is Monsanto and PSG Marketing Solutions for the Picture Your Success campaign. First place in this category is awarded to Syngenta Crop Protection and Gibbs & Sell for the Weeding Out Hunger campaign. Please welcome David Pignon with Syngenta and Leila Griffin with Gibbs & Sell to accept this award. It's certainly true that the entire world is focused on food supply today, and we always say that 1 out of 7 people globally go to bed hungry, but 17% of Americans live in households that are food insecure, and I think we always remember in the agribusiness industry that our role is to help feed those people. Our next category is overall program or program element directed to a rural lifestyle audience, and the judges awarded a merit to Land O'Lakes, Purina, and Swanson Russell for the Pink 50 campaign. First place honors go to John Deere and Blaisdell Cleaver Schwalbe for the John Deere Big Buck Sweepstakes. Accepting the award is Barry Nelson with John Deere and Leanne Cleaver with Blaisdell Cleaver and Schwalbe. Our next category is media relations, and the merit honors are given to BASF Crop Protection and Padilla Spear Beardsley for the Kixor herbicide launch. The judges awarded first place in this category to the U.S. Apple Association and Harvest PR and Marketing for the You Pick Apple Orchard Tour. Please welcome Allison Parker with the U.S. Apple Association and Heidi Nelson with the Harvest PR to accept this award. Next up is Public Affairs Issues Management, and we had invited Charlie Sheen to actually present this award, but he graciously declined. Actually, it wasn't very graciously. He declined. The merit winner is Corn Farmers Coalition, Young Ideas, and David and Associates for the Corn Farmers Coalition campaign. First place is awarded to Rise and Fleshman Hillard for the Debug the Myths campaign once again. Please welcome Karen Reardon with Rise and Becky Johnson with Fleshman Hillard to accept this award. Our next PR campaign category is producer-funded PR campaigns directed to ag audiences. The merit winner is the Cattlemen's Beef Board and McCormick Company for their Food Fight entry. First place honors also go to the Cattlemen's Beef Board for the entry entitled I Heart Beef. Accepting the award is Diane Henderson with the Cattlemen's Beef Board. Diane here? There she is. Outstanding. The next campaign PR category is producer or company-funded public relations campaigns directed to consumers, and the merit award goes to Southern Peanut Growers and Harvest PR and Marketing for PB&J My Way entry. The National Cottonseed Products Association and Harvest PR and Marketing received the first place honors for the Jazz Up Your Mardi Gras entry. Please welcome Amy Wood with Harvest PR and Marketing, who accepts on behalf of both client and agency. Our next area of public relations is writing, and you know, it strikes me that there's a number of people in this world that make their living using their gift putting words together. My little 7-year-old boy Colin came home from school the other day, and he was having an argument with some of his buddies on the playground, and one of the little boys says, you know, my dad scribbles a couple words on a piece of paper, he calls it a poem, and he gets $50. And Colin says, well, my dad scribbles a few words on a piece of paper, calls it a speech, gets $5,000. Little boy says, my dad takes a few words, scribbles on a piece of paper, calls it a sermon, and there are 8 people collecting all the money. Well, I don't know if that's the kind of people you need to collect the money that you collect in the advertising agency, but the first category in terms of writing is for news or feature article. The merit winner in that category is Cotton Incorporated and Harvest PR Marketing for the Eroded Jump Site Repaired article. First place honors go to Pioneer Hybrid and McCormick for their work on the article entitled The Tale of a Soybean Variety. Please welcome Jerry Harrington with Pioneer and Ellen Bell with McCormick Company to accept this award. Our next writing category is persuasive writing, and the merit winner is Valent USA and Archer Malmo for the Residuals 101 entry. First place goes to Hillstrom Communication for their in-house work on the entry titled Develop the Brand Called Your Dairy. Please welcome Jane Hillstrom to accept this award. Our next writing category is news releases. And as we think about news releases, I think folks that write news releases have to be pretty creative. It reminds me of a story I once heard of a guy that was charged with the responsibility to write biographies for his entire family in preparation for a family reunion one summer. The problem was one of his family members was an absolute outcast. At age 21, he ran off to California. He was a drunk. He got into a bad gang and actually murdered a guy and ended up in the state penitentiary where he was committed to death and died in an electric chair. And he didn't know what he was going to write in this biography, but being a good ag journalism grad, he simply wrote this. He said, born 1960, entered rest 1994. Immediately prior to death, he occupied the chair of applied electricity at a leading state institution. Needless to say, his death came as quite a shock. Well, I don't know if those are the kind of press releases we write, but the merit honors in this category go to Pfizer Animal Health and Beta Rudder for the One More Day Can Pay release. First place goes to National Cottonseed Products Association and Harvest PR and Marketing for the Jazz Up Your Mardi Gras release. Please welcome Amy Wood with Harvest PR, who accepts this award for both client and agency. Our next area of PR is events. We turn our attention first to customer events, where the merit winner is ZenPro and Confluence Marketing for the Feet First Symposium. First place in this category is awarded to Midwest Dairy and Demeter Communication for the Midwest Dairy Academy for Retail Excellence. Please welcome Carrie Olson with Midwest Dairy and Wendy Pinkerton with Demeter to accept this award. Next is internal events. The judges awarded merit honors to Syngenta Crop Protection and Gibbs & Sell for the Weeding Out Hunger Food Drive event. First place goes to Beringer Ingelheim and Blaisdell Cleaver and Schwalbe for the Beringer Ingelheim National Sales Meeting. Please join me in congratulating Leanne Cleaver with BCS to accept this award. We'll now move into the publications area of public relations, and the first category is company and association newsletters directed to farmers, growers, and ranchers. The merit winner in this category is Pfizer Animal Genetics and Charleston Orwig for the quarterly newsletter, DNA Age. First place goes to Arm & Hammer Nutrition and Charleston Orwig for the Q2 2010 Peak Report newsletter. Please welcome Scott Drucker with Arm & Hammer and Brittany Unterweger with Charleston Orwig to accept this award. Now in the category company and association newsletters directed to dealers, distributors, or sales rep, the judges awarded the merit honors to Pioneer Hybrid and McCormick Company for the Pioneer Pro Action newsletter. First place goes to Dow AgriSciences and Beta Rudder for the Inputs and Insights newsletter. Please welcome Susan Carney with Dow and Gardner Hatch with Beta Rudder to accept this award. Our next category is Company and Association magazines, and the merit winner in this category is Syngenta Crop Protection and Gibbs & Sell for the Thrive magazine. The judges awarded first place to John Deere for their in-house work on the furrow. Please welcome back to the stage Barry Nelson to accept this award. The next publication category recognizes internal publications, and the Merit Award goes to Arista Life Sciences and Mariposa Partners for the entry entitled Global Employee Update Newsletter. First place is awarded to Monsanto and PSG Marketing Solutions for their entry entitled PAL Quick Tips. Please welcome Gary Sakin with Monsanto to accept this award. The last category in publications is annual reports, where the merit winner is FCS Financial and Osborne & Barr for the FCS Financial 2009 annual report. First place goes to CHS and Cole McVoy for the 2009 annual report and stewardship project. Please welcome Linda Take with CHS and Cynthia Clanton with Cole McVoy to accept this award. Next, we'll move into the audiovisual electronic media areas of public relations, with the first category being broadcast news. The Merit Award in this category goes to the National Cattlemen's Beef Association for their work on Cattleman to Cattleman. SFP and agency Osborne & Barr received first place honors for the SFP Notes from No-Till 2009. Let's take a listen.
Now, SFP is proud to present Notes from No-Till 2009.
Very good. Please welcome Melanie Acklin with SFP and Susan Wright with Osborne & Barr to accept this award. Internet websites directed to farmers, growers, and ranchers is the next category, and the merit honor goes to Monsanto and Momentum for the Genuity website. First place goes to the Almond Board of California and Broadhead, Sterling Rice, and Synergy for the Almond Board of California website. Please welcome Clifford Owen to accept this award. Clifford, is that the Almond Board or the Almond Board? I'm not certain, right? The last category in the public relations area is internet websites with an educational focus, and the judges awarded merit honors to the Beef Checkoff and the National Cattlemen's Beef Association for the Beef It's What's for Dinner website. First place go to the Wisconsin Cheese and Shine Advertising for the Grilled Cheese Academy website. This award will be forwarded to the winners. And I'll be looking at that website as I'm taking care of the kids this weekend when my wife drives to Grilled Cheese. That's incredible. Grilled Cheese Academy. I can graduate with honors from that academy. Our next public relations category is blogs, and the merit winner is the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board and Stephan and Brady Marketing Communications for the 30 Days, 30 Ways with Macaroni and Cheese blog. It's my kind of blog, too. First place honors go to the High Plains Journal for the Harvest Heroes blog. Please welcome Tom Taylor with High Plains Journal and Vicki Hendrickson with BCS to accept this award. Our next category is interactive marketing tools, and the merit honors go to the Almond Board of California and their agency Broadhead for the Almond Board of California Issues email. First place goes to Monsanto and Osborne and Barr for the Food for Thought video. It's an outstanding video. Let's take a look. You know, there's a number of interesting facts in that little piece, but the one that caught my attention is 9 billion terry cloth towels. If we produce enough cotton for 9 billion terry cloth towels, you don't suppose the Hyatt would worry about the one that I have in my room if it was gone, would you? Please welcome Jessica Simmons with Monsanto and Mary Hagan with Osborne and Barr to accept this award. Our last award in the public relations area is other social media, and the merit award goes to the Beef Checkoff and the National Cattlemen's Beef Association for the beefing up relationships through social media entry. First place goes to the Kansas Beef Council and Fleshman Hillard for the Kansas Beef Council Twitter party. Please welcome David Katzer with Fleshman Hillard to receive this award. Well, as you can see, we've had some incredible competition here and some wonderful entries. At this point in time, I'd like to introduce the 3 finalists for the Public Relations Best of Show. First is the National Cottonseed Products Association and Harvest PR and Marketing for the Jazz Up Your Mardi Gras entry. Second is the U.S. Apple Association and Agency Harvest PR and Marketing for the You Pick Apple Orchard Tour. And the third finalist is Rise and the agency Fleshman Hillard for the Debug the Myths campaign. Now, the winner of this award, the overall award, will be announced, as I mentioned, at the end of the ceremony, but it's not too soon for you to begin thinking about who you might vote for. Now, we're going to move on to the advertising categories, and we'll begin with advertising to agribusiness. The merit winner in this category is Hordes Dairyman and Charleston Orwig for the Hordes Dairyman 2010 Judging Contest campaign. First place goes to Cole McVoy for their NAMA ads entry. Please welcome Phil Johnson to accept this award. Now we're going to present the awards in the direct target marketing area. Our first category is flat direct mail, directed to farmers, Is that something like Flat Stanley? My son sends Flat Stanleys to Flat Direct Mail directed to farmers, and the merit winner in this category is Bayer Crop Sciences and Ad Farm for the Invigo Canola Bagalope entry. First place is the Chemcura Agro Solutions and Charleston Orwig for the Dimlin Peanut Direct Mail. Please welcome Susan Chung and Andra Grothy to accept this award. And next up is three-dimensional direct mail directed to farmers. Merit honors in this category go to Arista Life Sciences and Woodruff Schweitzer for the Midas Toolbox 3D Direct. First place goes to Winfield Solutions and Cole McVoy for the Answer Plot video in print direct mail. Please welcome Josh Krenz with Winfield Solutions and Lacey Carroll with Cole McVoy to accept this award. Now, the next direct mail category is for work targeted to dealers, distributors, and sales reps, and again, in the flat category. The merit winner in this category is Intervet Shearing Plow and Osborne & Barr for the AASV Zoo invitation. First place goes to DuPont Crop Protection and McCormick Company for the Enlight Herbicide Flipbook Dealer Direct Mail. Please welcome Kelly Schulenberger with DuPont and Amy Bugg with McCormick to accept this award. The next direct mail category is three-dimensional direct mail directed to dealers, and the merit winner is Beringer Ingelheim and Blaisdell Cleaver and Schwalbe for the Pre-International Pig Society Veterinarian Conference event direct mail. The first place honors go to the Mosaic Company and Paulson Marketing for the Mosaic Pegasus Wallet direct mail. Please welcome Randy Groff with Mosaic and Katie Levitt with Paulson to accept this award. We have one outdoor category, and that is billboards. The merit winner in this category is Growth, Energy, and 3 Advertising for the DC Metro Station Domination. First place is awarded to Wisconsin Cheese and Shine Advertising for the 2010 Out-of-Home campaign. This award, again, will be forwarded to the winners who weren't able to join us this evening. And now let's turn our attention to broadcast media categories. First up is radio single, and the merit winner is Dow AgroSciences and Bader Rudder for the Battleship Radio Advertising. First place goes to Syngenta Crop Protection and Campbell Methune for the Whispers radio spot. Take a minute and listen.
He was a corn farmer in America's heartland, always waiting for his bumper crop to come in. But for David Howell, the answer was just a whisper away.
If you plant it, they won't come.
Who said that? Plant what?
Agrasure Viptera.
In a town full of skeptics,
You're crazy planting all that corn over top of a perfectly good softball field.
one man's leap of faith
What about earworms, black cutworms? Have you thought of that?
He said they wouldn't come.
Oh, the voice.
would become the stuff of legend.
Above ground, below ground, I'm telling you, I haven't seen a single pest out there all season.
Syngenta Films presents an Agrasure Viptera production.
14.3 more bushels per acre?
Under significant corn earworm pressure.
Experience the mystery, the magic, and the power to control more corn insects than any other trait stack with Agrasure Viptera 3111 from Syngenta. Contact your Garster Golden Harvest dealer or NK Seeds retailer and take control.
Coming to a theater or cornfield near you. Please join me in welcoming Jill Wenzel with Syngenta and Tim Holmes with Campbell Methune to accept this award. You know, the radio still is a powerful mechanism in agriculture today, and in the radio series category, the judges awarded the merit honors to Syngenta Crop Protection and Boss for the teen lingo and fancy coffee spots. First place goes to the Beef Checkoff and Leo Burnett for the Profiles campaign. Have a listen.
You gotta love a filet mignon. A simple statement of succulence. Just a straightforward steak so tender your taste buds won't believe it's lean. But don't be put off by a little French, because mignon, well, that's just fancy talk for mouth-watering. That's the filet. One of 29 lean cuts that make beef one powerful protein. Learn to love them all at beefitswhatsfordinner.com.
Funded by the Beef Checkoff.
Now, just a note to the beef folks, my wife likes Matthew McConaughey's voice, but she likes his look much better than his voice, so she votes for TV commercials with Matthew McConaughey versus radio spots. Let's welcome Marvin Kokash to accept this award. Yeah, many have mistaken Marvin for Matthew McConaughey. I've noticed that, yeah. The whistle back there, Marvin, that's impressive. Well, now we'll take a look at the winners in the television category. The merit honors go to Poet and 3 Advertising for the Poet television ad series. First place is awarded to Land O'Lakes, Purina, and Swanson Russell for the Master Brand TV spot. Have a look. After watching that video, how many of you want to join the Purina Health Club, the place where you run on the treadmill and they give you a treat as you're running? That looks like a pretty good place, you know what I mean? Amen to that. Well, please welcome Brenda Christensen, who accepts on behalf of both the client and the agency. Next, we'll see who the winners are in the collateral categories. The first category is customer brochures and catalogs directed to farmers, single element. The merit winner is Agco and Design Coop for the Agco Russia initiative. Elanco and Walls Tetrick Advertising received first place honors for the Green Valley Dairy brochure. Please welcome Leslie House from Walls Tetrick to accept this award. The next category is customer brochures, catalogs directed to farmers, series, and the merit winner is Agco Corporation for their in-house work on the Rogator Terrogator sales brochure. First place goes to Case IH and Equity Brand Design and Morgan & Myers for the Case IH Steiger Magnum and Engine Preview brochures. Please welcome Scott Rash and Britton Stilwinski, who accept this award. Next is brochures and catalogs directed to dealers, distributors, and sales rep, and the merit winner is Raven Industries and Astronaut for the Slingshot Sales Kit. U.S. Wheat Associates and Charleston Orwig received first place honors for the U.S. Wheat Sample Card. Please welcome Steve Mercer and Lyle Orwig to accept this award. You know, one question I have to ask all you advertising executives, you've got Bader Rudder, Morgan & Myers, Osborne & Barr. I mean, has there ever been an advertising agency started with just one person, or is it always two people? I've never quite figured that out. This whole merger mania is spreading around, and I have a couple of buddies from college. One was a brilliant guy. He was a vet student there at CSU. and went on, formed a vet practice, has been incredibly successful. The other, Scott, well, he was a fun guy. And he loved hunting. And he's been in kind of taxidermy business on and off over the... Anyway, long story short, they started this new business. It's Scott and Tom's Veterinary and Taxidermy. And their slogan is, one way or another, you get your pet back. So I thought that was a pretty unique, for you marketers, pretty nice marketing slogan. In the point of purchase category, the Merit Award goes to John Deere for the Big Buck Sweepstakes Kit. Intervet Shearing Plow and Osborne & Barr received first place honors for the Safeguard Point of Sale. Please welcome Luke McKelvey to accept this award. Our next category is exhibits, and the merit winner is Pioneer Hybrid and McCormick Company for Pioneer Pavilion at the Farm Progress Show. First place goes to Monsanto and PSG Marketing Solutions for the Changing World of Cotton exhibit. Please welcome once again Gary Sakin with Monsanto, who accepts on behalf of client and agency. The next category is Premiums and Specialties, and the Merit Award is given to Zen Pro and Confluence Marketing for the Chicken Foot Flash Drive. First place goes to Chateau Milk Company and Sullivan Hidgen Sink for the Chateau Flavor T-shirts. Please welcome Mac Chateau and Seth Gunderson to accept this award. The last category in collateral is corporate identity, where the merit honors go to Shadow Milk Company and Sullivan Hidgen Sink for their corporate identity entry. First place is awarded to Ad Farm for their corporate identity entry. Please welcome Les Call to accept this award. And now we're going to move into the print categories. The first category is spreads, single entry, where the merit winner is Syngenta Crop Protection and Martin Williams for the Halix GT spread ad. First place goes to Arista Life Sciences and Woodruff Schweitzer for the Prepare Launch print ad. Please join us in welcoming Linda Frericks with Arista and Justin White with Woodruff Schweitzer to accept this award. Next on our agenda is the Spreads Series category, and the merit honors go to Monsanto and Brighton Agency for the Game Changer spread ads. First place goes to Monsanto and Osborne & Barr for the Go With DeKalb series. Please welcome Gary Sakin with Monsanto and Mark Chechik with Osborne & Barr to accept this award. Now moving on to the single page ad, single entry category. The merit winner is Behringer Ingelheim and Broadhead for the Pyramid and Pre-Response ad. First place is awarded to Syngenta and Campbell Methuen for the Viptera Power to Control ad. Please welcome Jill Wenzel with Syngenta and Tim Holmes with Campbell Methuen, who will accept this award. Now, for single-page ads series, the Merit Honors goes to the Beef Checkoff and the National Cattlemen's Beef Association for the Beef Flexible Food Service ad campaign. First place goes to Wisconsin Cheese and Shine Advertising for the Flavor campaign entry. This award will again be forwarded to the recipients. In the less than one-page ad single element category, the merit winner is Hubbard Feeds and Ad Farm for the Easy Beef Self-Feed Program print ad. First place goes to Mountain Plains Farm Credit Services and Armstrong Shank for Relatives ad. Please welcome Mike Flesher with Mountain Plains Farm Credit Services and Susan Armstrong with Armstrong Shank to accept this award. Hello, friend. I have to say that I knew Mike Flesher long before he was a marketing mastermind when he was a farm broadcaster with KIIX Radio in Fort Collins, Colorado. Isn't that right, Mike? We spent some great mornings together. Good to see you. The next print category in less than one-page ad series, and the Merit Honors go to Bayer Crop Sciences and Ad Farm for the Stratego Paintbrush series. First place goes to Winfield Solutions and Cole McVoid for the Agri-Solution brand ads. Please welcome Kyla Bargfried and Nat Youngerberg to accept this award. Is it Youngerberg or Jungerberg? Close, one of those. All right. I apologize. Some of these names are tough. You know, I'm not very good phonetically. My wife and I went to a bull sale a couple of weeks ago in Montana, and we're driving through this little town of Montana and started having an argument because she didn't think I know how to pronounce things. It was Havre. Some of you from Montana know it. And I said, well, that's Havre, Montana. And she says, no, it's Havre. And I said, no, they call it Havre up here. She says, Havre. I said, well, let's just stop and ask one of the locals. So we stopped walking into this place, and I went up to this lady. I said, lady, well, my wife and I have an argument here. I said, we have a little bit. I said, could you slowly, very slowly, pronounce the name of this place? She said, Burger King. So I don't know if it's Havre or Havre. Somebody can tell me that. In the category of trade ads, with a merit winner is Idaho Potato Commission and Evans Hardy and Young for the Project Reinvent ad. The first place is awarded to Raven Industries and Astronaut for the Slingshot launch campaign. Please welcome Andrew Brynjolfsson, I believe, to accept this award on behalf of client and agency. Close, Andrew, huh? Good. The next print category is unique print advertising, and the Merit Award is presented to Wiffles Hybrid and Woodruff Schweitzer for the Wiffles Hybrid cover wraps. First place goes to Bayer Crop Science and Ray and Kaiser for the Poncho video insert. Please welcome Becca Reddick with Bayer and Jeff Walter with Ray and Kaiser to accept this award. Now, our last print category is advertorials. The merit winner is DuPont Crop Protection and Exponent PR for the Take the Bite Out of Costly Pest advertorial. First place is awarded to Beringer Ingelheim and Broadhead for the Dairy Portfolio advertorial. Please welcome Mark Boren and Ryan Crumwoody to accept this award. Now we'll move into electronic media, where the first category is audio-visual presentations directed to farmers, ranchers, and growers. Merit honors go to Syngenta Crop Protection and Gibbs & Sell for the Weeding Out Hunger campaign video. But first place goes to the U.S. Grains Council and David & Associates for the 50th anniversary teaser. Let's take a look. Very well done. And again, we will forward this award to the winners. The next category is audio-visual presentations directed to dealers, distributors, or sales rep. Merit honors in this category go to Pioneer Hybrid and the Iona Group for the Cornbustion presentation. Pioneer Hybrid and McCormick Company take the first place award for the marketing communications video. Let's watch a portion of that presentation. Please welcome Lou Ireland with Pioneer and Carl Ploger with McCormick to accept this award. Our next category is advertising on the web, and the Merit Award goes to Winfield Solutions and Cole McVoy for the Answer Plot direct mail with personalized URL. First place goes to DuPont Crop Protection and McCormick Company for the Prequal herbicide web banners. Please welcome Kelly Schullenberger and Amy Bugg to accept this award. Amy, with a name like that, you need to be working on an insecticide ad instead of a herbicide one. Our last category in electronic media is digital presentations, and the Merit Award goes to AGCO and the Crafton Group for the Massey Ferguson HD series. First place goes to John Deere for their 2011 John Deere New Products CD. Please welcome once again Barry Nelson with John Deere to accept this award. Our last area of advertising is campaigns, and the first category is multimedia campaigns, local, and the Merit Award goes to the NovaSource and Blaisdell Cleaver Schwalbe for the Surround Heat Stress Thermometers campaign. First place honors go to the Mariel Limited and Sullivan Hidgen and Sink for Dairy Campaign World Dairy Expo materials. Please welcome Steve Vandenberg with Mariel and Seth Gunderson with Sullivan Hidgen. Why do I have such a trouble pronouncing that? And Sink to accept this award. Higdon, that shouldn't be tough. I've renamed your advertising agency SHS, at least for tonight. The next campaign category is multimedia campaigns regional, and the Merit Honor goes to Syngenta Crop Protection and Martin Williams and Gibbs & Sell for the Syngenta Cereal Voices Across the Plains campaign. First place is awarded to Wiffles Hybrid and Woodruff Schweitzer for Wiffles Multimedia Campaign. Please welcome Jill Lair with Wiffles and Justin White with Woodruff Schweitzer to accept this award. Next up is Multimedia Campaigns National, and the merit winner is Case IH and Kramer Cresalt for the Be Ready campaign. First place goes to Chemtura Agri-Sciences and Charleston Orwig for the Micromite campaign. Please welcome Susan Chung with Chemtura and Andra Grothy with Charleston Orwig to accept this award. Next up is new product introduction, and the merit winner in this category is Dow AgroSciences and Beta Rudder for the introduction of Instinct's nitrogen stabilizer. First place honors go to Syngenta and Campbell Methuen for the AgriSure Viptura campaign. Please welcome Jill Wenzel with Syngenta and Tim Holmes with Campbell Methuen to accept this award. The next category is advertising campaign directed to a rural lifestyle audience. The merit winner in this category goes to RFD TV and Swanson Russell for the Trigger and Bullet Happy Trail Tour campaign. By the way, I did try to feed him some of that Purina feed at the NCBA convention, and it didn't help him. He's still dead, isn't he? But it's impressive. First place honors go to Monsanto and Osborne and Barr for the campaign entitled America's Farmers Grow America. Please welcome Jessica Simmons with Monsanto and Mary Hagan with Osborne and Barr to accept this award. Our last campaign category is producer or company-funded advertising campaigns directed to consumers, and the merit winner is the Beef Checkoff and Leo Burnett for the Profiles campaign. First place is awarded to the Vincor Canada and Boss for the Sumac Ridge Winemaker's Diary Media Summit. Please welcome Kim Dawson to accept this award. Kim agreed to accept this award since no one from Vincor or Boss could be in the ceremony tonight, so we certainly appreciate that. Kim? And now we're going to move to the newest category this year. It's the Producer Choice Award. And here to tell us a little bit about this new award is someone you recognize from earlier this evening, Kurt Blades. Kurt?
It's appropriate since we have a new category this year where we're actually asked farmers to look at a few ads and judge them whether they thought they were interesting or not, and actually hit the target, to talk a little bit about the methodology. Successful Farming partnered with Redex Research to survey a large collection of farmers online. We had 43 entries, and each ad was looked at by at least 100 farmers or 200 eyeballs. And the ads were judged on whether they were attention-getting, believable, or informative. And they were ranked on each one of those three categories. The scores were then tabulated on an average basis, and the awards that we're going to see here tonight. So here you go, Kevin.
Fantastic. Thank you. What a great idea. We will rock right into the awards. The merit winner in this category is Beringer Ingelheim and Broadhead for the Pyramid and Response ad. And first place goes to Unverfirth and McCormick for the Extreme Grain Card ad. Please welcome Jerry Eklund with Unverfirth and Kerry Jorgensen with McCormick Company to accept this award. Well, it's certainly been a night to celebrate agriculture and professional marketing. And I don't know about you, but I don't think there's ever been a more exciting time to be in the industry of agriculture. I started this evening by suggesting that, in fact, an investment we've made is about to pay off. And I don't know how many of you saw the Warren Buffett interview on CNBC several weeks ago when he was asked about the intelligence of investing in gold, and they asked, hey, should we put some of our money in some hard commodities like gold? And he went through a fair bit of litany about his investment philosophy, but a couple of interesting comments that he made. Number one, he said, you could buy all the gold in the world and it would make a 67 foot by 67 foot by 67 foot cube. And he said, it'd take you about $7 trillion to buy all the gold in the world. And he says, as far as I'm concerned, all you can do is kind of look at that gold from time to time and kind of touch it and let it glisten. He said, contrast that with the fact that you could buy virtually all the farm ground in the United States of America for $2.5 trillion. And he says, I'll take the farm. And he says, with the other, if you had $7 trillion to spend, you could buy $2.5 trillion worth of farmland. You could buy 7 Exxon Mobils and still have $1 trillion of walking around money. And his comment was that he would take the latter. Here's my point. I think it's a golden age of agriculture. And I think it's going to take the talent and the passion and the discipline of people in this room that are going to be able to give the tools and the technology, the information, the education to farmers and ranchers in this country that will enable us to feed those 9 billion people in 2050. So my hats off to you as we embark on the challenge that could be the most exciting challenge of our lifetime. And now, yes, give yourselves a hand. And now as we near the end of the evening, I want to announce the 3 finalists for the Advertising Best of Show Award. First is Vincor Canada and Boss for the Winemaker's Diary Media Summit. The second finalist, Winfield Solutions and Cole McVoid for the Answer Plot video in print direct mail. The third finalist for Advertising Best of Show is Wisconsin Cheese and Shine Advertising for the Flavor Campaign. Now, before I announce the winners, I want to remind them that they need to come to the main stage after the show to have your photographs taken. Our public relations best of show, and now we're going to move into these top awards for this evening. Our public relations best of show awarded to the Responsible Industry for a Sound Environment and Fleshman Hillard for the entry Debug the Myths entry. Please welcome Karen Reardon with Rise and Becky Johnson with Fleshman Hillard to accept this prestigious award. And our other Best of Show winner, this time in the advertising category, is Winfield Solutions and Cole McVoy for the Answer Plot video in print direct mail. Please welcome Josh Krenz and Lacey Carroll to accept this incredible award. This brings us to the end of the ceremony this year. It's clear that these people were harvesting some great ideas. I'd like to personally congratulate all the winners and thank you all for joining us. Now, we want to give a special thank you to Farm Journal Media for creating the opening video and to Paulson Marketing for creating the Harvesting Ideas video that you saw on the screen. Also for Farm Progress for hosting the finalist reception that we all enjoyed. Merit winners, don't forget to pick up your plaques outside on the tables just outside the ballroom. Also, the first place winners will be on display down by the trade show. And now, on behalf of NAMA leadership, I want to thank you for joining us. I want to wish you a very good night and invite you to come join us at the trade show celebration that is being sponsored by Broadhead. Thank you, and God bless you.